Good evening, everybody. I hope all is well in your world on this day. I am being called to use my cards, my homemade cards. All of them, these and these. I haven't done this in quite a long time, but today's the day, I guess, that I do them. I have cleansed my cards and I've cleansed my area. Palo Santo. I'm going to do a little more of the Palo Santo to get us going here. I do have a message for the FBI. And what you are thinking is right. I know what you have in mind for the future. The fact is, you're not listening to me now. What makes me think that you're going to listen to me then? I want you to know that the elites are figuring out who your inside person is, which will indeed have your case blown to smithereens. Because all you're doing by not bringing this to light is giving everybody that's on the wrong side of this more time to unalive those who are trying to help you. And your case will be completely blown by that point, won't it? You're not listening. So I highly encourage you to rethink your next steps. All right. I'll take a look at it, Jonathan. Well, if my cross did move, it's the Holy Spirit letting himself be known. All right. Bless you too. Thank you. All right. So there's a lot of these cards, and my hands are not very big. So I'm going to start with a small portion. Oh, and by the way, there was a video that I did, a prophetic video about a year ago, about a baseball game, something with baseball, and then looting. Well, the Dodgers won, and what happened? Looting, and it was using these cards back on that day that I said that was going to happen. All right, let's do this. Holy Spirit, I ask you to guide me. Show me what it is that I need to see. Fill me with your vision, your light, and your love. And every time I start these, my bird goes crazy. Buying a house. I believe that's in my future, and I know that's in somebody's future that I talked to the other day, and I divinated a question for her about her house. And yes, the answer was yes. She will be buying a house. She will be getting that house. Ooh, buy now. All right, let's see what we got here. So, somebody has been convicted. There's something to do with a motorcycle gang. Now, I was picking up that the motorcycle gang that my brother was involved in, that Dale was involved in, is now finding out that everything that he said and everything that he did having to do with me was a lie. So I think this motorcycle gang is not very happy with him right now. I've said it before, there's something in a safety deposit box, and I believe that it is in Bank of America. Somebody is snitching. Snitches get stitches. Oh, we have a message held for review. It's probably going to be nasty, because that's what it usually means. All right. Something about Nicki Minaj. That card shouldn't even be in this stack. Dante. Julie. Karina. Ava. We have a Capricorn, a Scorpio, involved. What do you think of that? We know they're out there, right? It would be silly to think. Thank you for handling that. We'd be silly to think that we're the ones, wouldn't we? I mean, seriously. Lola Marie. Cool it, sister. All right, let's shuffle these babies and see what more we can get. Wish I could make my camera go lower, but for the lighting to be right, it has to be up higher, and you can't see me shuffling the cards. For that, I apologize. It's not very elegant anyway, because they're not like normal playing cards. They're just regular old flashcards. Ooh. I just fell out. So somebody's going to be going on a cruise. They already went on the cruise. I believe that is a past tense. Somebody already went on a cruise. And I don't think things went very well on that holiday. I think there was a really big problem. All right, let's see what we got here. A lot of stuff just came out. All right, so we've got a Muslim in the energy. Something was superimposed. I believe it was the face that they were using on those videos that they were making that weren't me. Kitchen. Our kitchen witches. The name Salim. Jared. Lindsay. Anna. Barothea. The name Brooklyn, but I'm not picking up that this is a name. Actually, I meant it as a name, but I'm picking this up more in New York. Something very significant is happening in New York right now. And my cat's bothering the bird. You better get away from her. I got the squirt bottle. As we know, there's been a lot of really fake crap that they've been saying and doing in attacking the light workers, myself included. Last name Thompson. Last name Jackson. Last name Craig. Franklin. We have somebody sitting in indecision. Africa, highly significant in all of this. Somebody stole a car and property from me. My spirit guides are on them. Camping is highly significant. I am not the only reader that's been picking up on this. Somebody is in an RV or actually sleeping in a tent. You can run, but you can't hide. They smoke weed. Louisiana and Kentucky. So a few years back, I did a Google search on my so-called mother to find out that she had purchased a house in Louisiana, which she says that she's never traveled. She doesn't travel. She doesn't go anywhere. At that point, I was still talking to my mother, and I mentioned it. And she said, no, that's not me. But it is her because she has an entirely different family than the one that I know. And I believe Patricia Fay is her daughter, who is now in a mental institution, along with Trista, and soon to be Sandy if she doesn't. Well, I'll keep that to myself. Something significant about Pokemon, perhaps games. A lot of people are having a really rude awakening because God has my back. Somebody needs to be on their medication. Prescription drugs. I'm picking up with the prescription drugs that somebody is taking other people's prescription drugs. The name Haley. Janet Jackson. Falsely accused. A lot of light workers are being falsely accused of things that they didn't do. I know I've been falsely accused of a lot of things, including unaliving somebody. Something significant about this date, which we know. Somebody's ex-wife. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I am most definitely the black sheep in my family. And I'm proud of that, honestly, because I wouldn't want to be like any of them. I made it a point to not be like any of them. British Columbia, highly significant. Because there is a very embarrassing situation that's happening in the British Columbia right now. Somebody has some broken bones and a concussion. West Virginia. Now this is significant for me because I got a call from West Virginia just day before yesterday. And the reason that it is significant is because this is where my ex's family, this is where he came from, West Virginia. In an incestuous family is what I was just told to say. This is all about them being lazy and not wanting to work for their own. They just want life to be handed to them, entitled. They feel very entitled to what belongs to other people. It's not just me that they've stolen from, my family. No, they've stolen from other family members. They've stolen from other light workers. I am now finding my soul sisters. Something having to do with somebody's lips now. I don't know what they're thinking. 50 or above. Pedo, cross-dresser, psycho. That sounds like Tommy D. The name Xavier. And this is significant because in 2020, I believe, I had a Wish account. On Thanksgiving Day, I got a notification from Wish saying that I had had a $700 and some odd purchase off of Wish. And this is the name of the person that purchased those things. Lola Marie, knock it off. Florida is significant. There are people that are involved in my situation that are in Florida, and as we all know, Florida is getting pounded. Georgia is also significant in this situation. Somebody had botched plastic surgery, and it was gross negligence of the physician that did it. Somebody's thinking they are in love, and it's true love. Somebody's on the highway, probably on the run, headed to the interstate. There's a judge involved. There's the Hispanic folks that are involved. They're trying to delete things off of their computers now. There's a church group that is involved. Lots and lots of injustice. Somebody's drinking and driving on the highway or interstate. There's about to be a car accident. I'd be surprised if that doesn't come out. Somebody's sitting in some very nervous energy right now because everything is falling apart right in front of them. Something about a street gang and that motorcycle gang. And somebody's dealing with their karmic wife. All right. Something having to do with my hometown. Shuffle these bit of cards here. We'll see what goes. All right, let's see what this group gives us. We have the name Cora. Somebody in the Navy. There's a lawyer that's being sent in from the divine surgery, Tahiti, and Jamaica. There have been Tahitian practitioners that have been hired to come after me. Somebody with braids in their hair is very guilty. Something to do with the swimming pool. A drowning in a swimming pool. I'm hearing it's not an accident. Somebody is being very supportive right now that wasn't supportive previously. Somebody's trying to now plead insanity. The fact of the matter is that you couldn't have been insane. You couldn't have been insane. With all of the plotting and planning and people that you got involved, there is no way that you could be insane, because it would take a very sane mind. Something about a mind. It would take a very sane mind to think of all of the things and to cross all of the T's and dot all of the I's the way that you have. A contest that happens in a basement. And I believe that is a human trafficking thing. Somebody killed someone and blamed it on you. I know that happened to me, and I know that's happening to others. And here we have that X marks the spot look in the woods. Have you done that yet? The rumor mill is now circulating about all of the stuff that's been happening. And the truth is coming out. The name Cheryl, highly significant. Eastern Star. It came out again. Hometown. Something significant about my hometown. Dirty lawyer flew out. That's the dirty lawyer I was talking about that was humping and bumping on Tommy A's wife, Jennifer, that she blamed pregnancy on. Whether or not it's his remains to be seen, because she was humping and bumping on a whole lot of people. And that's the truth. Because that's what they do. They're gross. And yes, I am a warrior. The name Ali and the name Muhammad. Highly significant in this situation. Joan and the name Max. Significant in this situation. Joan in the swimming pool. There is indeed justice that is coming in. This had to do with a lot of friends and relatives that came against me to help this cult of a family. Josephine, you have some very selfish vibes. Somebody is harboring a fugitive. Somebody's performing sexual favors on a judge in his chambers. I think this is past energy, but it could still very well be happening. Somebody paid to get into an organization, and a lot of this was about an initiation. There's been a lot of extortion, a lot of envy, from Barbara, my aunt. Katy Perry, Gianna. Those names are significant. Of course, the elites, we know. We all know what they do, right? I mean, we have to know what they do. I know what they do. I've said it before on my channel. Blood rituals, sex rituals, animal rituals, human sacrifice rituals, all leading to STDs, HIV. The name Danny, significant. Tom, Tommy, or Thomas. Surprised that one came out. Someone needs to use caution right now. You really need to be using caution right now. Someone is being blackmailed because they know that this person was involved in human trafficking, and it can end their career. Someone is doing some fishing, probably for food. And there is indeed another home invasion that has been planned, if not already happened. There is an emergency for Violet, as I mentioned. Christian. I am actually picking this up as a name. That is not what I had intended for the card when I made it, but this is a person, and the name Penelope. You are all at this point doing nothing but making yourselves sick from your own black magic. The name Olive. I've talked about her. She was an aunt of mine that was a child molester. Actually went to jail for it. And this was the woman who babysat my brother and I. The one who molested my brother, that my mother blamed it on me as a 7-year-old. It was my fault that he was molested. He was 9, so I was 11. But it was my fault because I let that happen. At 11 years old, I'm supposed to stop that when it was happening to me too. The name Bryson, significant. I'm hearing that Bryson is sick. The name Robert, that's the last name, Olive Roberts. Somebody has an addiction to drugs and alcohol. Somebody with black hair has an addiction to drugs and alcohol. Donna. Constance. Donna, is that you with black hair that has an addiction to drugs and alcohol? Sweetie, you really need to stop. Don't let them get to you. The name Madison is significant. And I am hearing something about a bomb threat. We all know that the music industry is in a lot of trouble right now. This coven, this Diddy coven with Beyonce as the queen bee, they're all facing some serious issues right now. People are starting to talk because they don't want to get caught up in it. And there is something very significant about the Bronx Zoo. Tunnels. There are tunnels under the Bronx Zoo. This needs to be looked into. Yes, there are tunnels under the Bronx Zoo. Let's see what else we can get here. Oh, look. And that's the truth. There is tunnels under the Bronx Zoo. The name Shirley is significant. Oh, Shirley, you're hopeful. I'm glad for you, honey. I hope you stay that way. Something about a drawing or a painting. Tamara is significant. Haunted house. Now, this is interesting. And the reason that this is interesting is because I think the person that is sleeping in the tent is actually scared to death to go into their house because the ancestors are haunting them. Now, you can sleep in a tent all you want. That's not going to stop the ancestors from haunting you, by the way. This has been some very slow progress. Slower than it needed to be. Slow progress. God isn't very happy about this right now either. There were a lot of glamour spells that were being done. The name Oscar is significant. And Nebraska and Nevada are highly significant. Nevada. Las Vegas. Ray in Las Vegas, Nevada. Part of all of this cult crap. I had someone hit me up from Las Vegas, Nevada. Not interested. And I told her that. I'm going to do this group one more time, but nothing more seems to be coming out in this one. There's a really mean pet groomer. You might want to be careful where you take your animals. Something about a basketball court. Oh, look at there. That pet groomer. Animal cruelty. We're going to go with this last bunch of cards here and see what I can get from those. I should go first. All right. Here we go. Whoa. Looks like this was the group. All right, so we have somebody now who is doing a lot of penny pinching. That would be me. But besides me, there's somebody else in this situation that's doing a lot of penny pinching. A fake religious person, Sandy, my so-called mother, who claims she's a Catholic, but she's actually demonic. Because family can't be trusted. See, I told you. Something about a luxury car. Oh, the morgue. I told you. Jennifer's in the morgue. Something about a grandparent doing something to their grandchild. We all know who that is. David. Something got lost in court. I'm being shown just to show that there are some court proceedings that are happening or happened today. People are trying to make phone calls now. I told you I received a call from West Virginia, but I also received one from Michigan, which is where Trista is from, that got her cousin involved, sending me death threats on my phone. Somebody in the RV is at a rest area right now with a flat tire. The no-tell motel because somebody is selling sex for money. Probably for gas money for that RV. Somebody had a miscarriage by a third party. Look at this. The good guys have an apology. There's a coven at the river. Right now. There's a coven at the river right now. Doing rituals. New Jersey. Somebody's planning to travel overseas. The name Christopher. There is a stranger smokes cigars. So if you see a stranger smoking cigars, I'm going to say to you now, be very, very careful around that person. I don't think he's right. There's a coach. With addictions, and he's about to be homeless. I have found my soul family. Yes, I have. Okay. Nobody wants to be around you. And they're all saying that they need to keep their distance. I'm thinking that's a cult. Nugget! Goodness sakes, dude. Stop. You're a naughty kitty. Get down. Somebody here is a kleptomania. Polly Thompson. Polly, are you the klepto, honey? White. I'm going to sit on that one for a minute. Haters. Gothic haters. Black. They see black and white. They're not seeing the full thing. They're only seeing black and white. My sister is a fraud. CPS is taking gifted children away from their mothers and fathers, which I've talked about many times in the past. gas. Somebody going to try and start a fire with gasoline? We are moving into the new world, whether they like it or not. Somebody is tampering with evidence. That's what the gas is for. That's what the gas is for. They're burning evidence. Goodness sakes. All right, the name Christy. And stolen mail, as we know. They've stolen my mail on countless occasions. There's a lot of betrayal, a lot of emotional betrayal. Oh, look, what did I say about the car accident? Is that RV going to be the one accident? Virginia. There's something significant about a boat. Luck. Luck is now on my side. Alex. High blood pressure. Something about Maine, Alaska, Pennsylvania. The accident is going to be because of the brakes on the car. There's something about the brakes on the car that is going to cause this accident. I don't think that's the RV. I think that's a different car. I think that's the person that's on the run. Somebody right now is choking because I'm on it. Mississippi is highly significant. This is where the hitman in Tennessee, Hoot, this is where he's from. Crows have been alerting all day. These people have absolutely no integrity and a lot of sexual STDs that they are spreading around, causing a lot of truths, or excuse me, causing a lot of illusions to hide the truths because they can't stand to be rejected. This karmic woman is absolutely obsessed, and so is this narcissist. This cult is a group of narcissists. All right. If nothing more comes out in this, we're going to call it good. Oops. We need to sage our house tonight. Do an aura cleansing. And no, the karma is coming for the enemies. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, y'all. That's it for now. We'll do it again another time. Love each other. Love yourselves even more. And I'll catch you up later. Bye. 44 on the timer.